This is Max the Labradoodle. He has been growing out for 8 weeks. He has kind of almost a wolfhoundy type coat. It's quite stringy on his legs and has an undercoat a bit like a Labrador. So his mom today wants to grow his face out a little bit, keep his tail quite long. She'd only like a little bit trimmed off his face, his ears, and his tail. So Max has been bathed with Alpha White mixed with Oatmella shampoo and conditioned, and he has been blow dried with the high velocity dryer and then finished with the blue stand dryer you see to the right of the screen there. I am just brushing out his face and mustache, and then I'm going to be doing a number 2 comb teddy bear with a 5/8 comb head, because Mom does want to keep him a little bit longer. Now, I did mute the volume for these videos. I'm doing a voiceover only because I'm grooming with 3 other groomers, a receptionist, multiple people walking in and out of the door, as well as a daycare area and a couple of dogs walking around this area. So it was getting a little bit loud, but in case you're wondering what Max keeps looking at, he is looking through the door to see if his mom is coming. And so every time he's kind of turning around, that's what he's doing. He's just looking for his mom. So here I'm going to be cleaning his ears. His mom did request that I clean them out gently. Sorry about the wind you might hear, that's my computer's fan. So once his ears are clean, I'm going to be clipping out his sanitary area as well as his pads. So I'm going to start just at the sanitary area. My clipper is set on a 9 blade. Now with these guys that have kind of the pokier and overcoat, I don't like to go too close in their groin because I find they tend to chew on themselves. So you can see with Max, I'm just fairly lightly skimming his belly. And now I'm going to do his pads. So you can see me flip my clippers over to a 40 blade, and then I'm just going to lightly skim out his pads. So we're going to do Max's nails now. His mom keeps his nails very, very short. So adjust the camera a little. I am only going to be taking a little bit off the back nails because his quicks are right there. And then the front nails I can take a little bit more off. Now Max, because his nails are so short, I'm actually going to Dremel them as well. He does live with kids, so it's just a little bit better to Dremel them and make sure they're nice and smooth for his family. So we're going to start Max's haircut. I did start with the 1/2 inch comb just to see how much it would take off, and it wasn't taking a lot off. I was kind of waffling on whether or not I should go a little bit shorter, and I did decide, rather than doing the 1/2 inch, that I'd just do the number 2 comb instead. And you can say it doesn't take a ton off, but it's taking enough off that you'll definitely be able to see a noticeable difference. Max did have surgery not too long ago, so he had a couple patches on his bum and on the back of his neck shaved. So his mom wanted those to blend in as seamlessly as possible, so we did decide, instead of doing the 1/2 inch, just to go straight with the 2. So you can see I am back brushing, but I do have to be quite careful with Max's skin because I know he does have very sensitive skin. So that's why I'm not really pushing too hard on the brush and making sure not to over brush certain areas. So I'm actually going to switch combs here. Because his hair is so stringy on his legs, I decided to reverse his legs. So I'm doing a 5/8 reverse, which will give me approximately the length of a 2 or a 1/2 inch. So he is really not a fan of his legs being done, so we kind of do the best we can. So now I am using the 5/8 comb on his head and then very lightly hitting his cheeks with it, just so we can kind of skim off some of the excess split ends, but not take too much length off, because Mom does like him kept a little bit longer. Now, it was unfortunately here where my camera battery started to die. I charged it, I don't know what happened, but these next videos are quite quick, or these next clips are. So here I'm just doing his feet and his front leg. and I'm going to use my 10-inch straights for his front legs just because he's got such long legs. And then I quickly combed up his wrists and his elbow. I thought I got a better angle than that, I'm sorry. And I'm just making sure I get all the stray hairs. Do the same on the front. Make sure I didn't miss any spots. So this unfortunately is another quick video, just because, like I said, my camera was dying very quickly. So I'm just doing a back leg here on the same side. So here I am doing the outline of his feet and then combing everything up, making sure nothing is sticking out. And I did have to lift up his opposite leg because he was kind of being finicky with that leg. So I'm going to do his hocks. And then the top of his foot just a little bit. There's not a ton of stray hair on the top of his feet. And then I'm just going to round off his knees just so everything looks nice and smooth. So this video I'm just doing his tail. Again, like I said, she doesn't want much trimmed off, so I'm just going to take off enough of the little split ends that it's still quite round, but still very long. And then I am going to trim out his bum. He did have surgery around that area, so he is a little bit sensitive there, but so that's why I don't use the clippers. Now this was supposed to be my face video, but unfortunately it cut out partway through, so I did do his eye corners with thinning shears, which unfortunately you did not get to see, and now I have to film using my phone. So I apologize for the video quality, but it's the best I can do under the circumstance. So I'm using my thinning shears to lightly take off any excess on his face. He is trying to watch the cat that just came in. So I'm trying to hold him as best I can without being too firm with him. So here I'm just combing out his ears, and again I'm just lightly going to shape them. He's so intent on watching the cat that is currently meowing in the background. So I'm just kind of doing the best I can to make sure I don't accidentally nick him. So this is Max all finished. So you can see we've cut right to the undercoat without cutting into it too much.